Hi, Brett here from Pixelbox Games. Sorry, no review this week. I had some problems with Fraps. I actually lost about 5 hours worth of recorded footage, so hopefully I'll have that to you guys next week. But I'm going to take this opportunity to talk to you guys directly. I was going to try and have a webcam going too, but that wouldn't work either, so what are you going to do? Technical difficulties, I guess, right? Anyways, it's regarding my review system, and I don't use scores. And I know most people are familiar with, X out of 10 or X out of 5 stars or however the other companies do it. And that's not necessarily wrong. I just feel like review scores skew people's opinions a bit too much with a product. Now, let me give an example. So, IGN recently did a review on the new Pokemon games that came out this year. And they gave it an mid or low 8. I don't remember. That's still a good score. But I feel like people flipped out over that because one of the reasons she gave for giving it that score was there was too much water. And I feel like that wouldn't have bothered people nearly as much if she just said, this is a great game, I recommend it to fans of the series, although I feel like there's too much water in it, or whatever she said. I don't remember the specifics. But it wouldn't have led to the outcry that there was, like, oh, she's docking this game points because there's too much water. That's absurd. When, in fact, she gave the game a decent, like an above average score. An 8 out of 10 is a great score. And I feel like people seem to translate the X out of 10 to the X out of 100 scale that we're familiar with from, high school or college or whatever. And that's not necessarily true or how that works. An 8 out of 10 is a great game. A 5 out of 10 is a mediocre average game where a 50% is a failure. Now you see how people can get that kind of stuff mixed up? So I've tried to take out the middleman here and just say I recommend this game or I don't recommend this game. And for the most part it seems to be working. For example, I recently played the Sword Art Online game on Vita, and I can say professionally that game isn't very great. It's probably a 5 or a 5.5 or whatever out of 10. It's average, it's okay, it's fine. But that being said, I can still fully recommend that game to people who are fans of the series. Because it is a decent action RPG, and if you're interested in some Sword Art fan service, then it's there. I also want people to understand where I'm coming from when I review a game. Like I said, reading in between the lines, not just a score at the end of the sheet. For example, last week I reviewed The Order 1886, and at the end of my review I said I couldn't recommend that game at full price, and I can't. But that being said, I don't think it's a bad game by any means. And I feel like if I just stuck a score on the end of that, you could have gotten the wrong idea and thought that I think it's bad, and I don't, If you look around the internet, everyone is giving it mid-tier, kind of 5, 6s, whatever, and the overall consensus I'm hearing is people think it's a bad game, and it isn't a bad game. I know people personally who love that game, and I'm happy they love it, I want people to enjoy anything they can get enjoyment from. So I hope you kind of understand what I mean when I review my games, and I hope you get where I'm coming from and why I choose not to use scores. I don't think the score system is bad, and I don't think you should just take my opinion on something either. When you're going to make a purchase, it's your money. You should look in a lot of different places. I hope I can help. I hope my recommendation or whatever can help you make an informed decision on what you want to do with your money. But, look around. The scores aren't bad either. Go check out IGN, check out GameSpot, check out, the other people on YouTube or other personal blogs or whatever, and see what everyone has to say about it, and then make your own decision. But don't let a score and a number make the decision for you. And that's what I'm hoping to try and kind of avoid, and I hope you guys are enjoying my reviews. I'm having a lot of fun making them. And I hope you continue to listen, and I will see you guys next week with a review. Hopefully there's no more problems. If you have any questions or want to know anything else, I can go into greater detail with this. Send me an email at brett@pixelboxgames.com, or just comment on the video or whatever. I do read all those, and I try to reply to as many as I can. I know I'm getting kind of rambly here. I'm not reading off of a script or anything. So I hope this kind of gave you a little insight into how I do things over here, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next week with my review on Besiege. Have a good day.